Yep, I will be there bright and early.
Why is it? Because I know no Saturdays you are generally busy, but
Yes.
you said you're coming to this one. Why is this so different?
This because it's very very important. Not all the other issues was not very important to me, but I love Barbados. I mean, I love Barbados. I would not want to live anywhere else, and I really just think that this is a threat to what me. I mean, like this is gonna change Barbados forever, forever. I mean, I can understand like certain bills which was passed and what's not, but this is actually talking about the fabric of Barbados, changing the fabric, the cultural fabric of Barbados. And this is why I am so concerned about it. And this is why I have to be there Saturday. My voice needs to be known, my presence needs to be known, because it's very, very dear to my heart. And not even just that, how easy it is for these criminals to get up on a plane and get to another country and, and disappear for the next 6 months or whatever the case may be. How easy it would be to do
Wait, say
crime.
that again, Zico. Did you think of that, Mr. Bob? No, what, Zico? I tell you,
Yeah,
Zico, you were in the streets,
I'm
Zico.
telling you, you know
Zico,
how
you were in
easy.
the streets.
Yes, that's
Talk
the
to us.
that is the
Talk to us
first
about
thing.
that.
That is the first thing we'll be thinking about. Oh boy, as soon as they commit this crime, it get 6 months and spend another country, or whatever the case is, and cool out until things get back calm in my country and then gain citizenship somewhere else. It's gonna be much easier. I mean, like before we know about hitmen coming into Barbados, you will get a hitman, bring somebody for sentencing to do a particular crime or what's not, because it's easier, to get away with a crime that sort of way. So really and truly, we have to look at these elements as well. Not just that, oh, they might come in and do crime, but how easy it is for criminals to evade the law. And you could only then charge them if they go to court. You can't charge them guilty. So saying that, or they will be deported if found out to do a crime. You have to wait for that whole procedure to be completed. But before that happened, they're done into other countries as a citizen someplace else. So it's much easier now for them to evade crime or even to go place else or even back and forth and do these acts as well. So we gotta look at it like that. And I don't think people are looking at it like this. I mean, like, not only that, working if anybody's paying attention with the sixes and sevens, that is now,
Explain to us again the sixes and sevens.
yeah, the
Everybody not
sixes and
everybody think it's number six and number seven. So what are you
yes.
talking about?
So the sixes and sevens is gangs which originated in Trinidad and now it's spread through the same Venezuela and other countries along those lines, and it reached through sound. We will call it was the Trinidad music, or some people call dancehall, and it's now spread throughout Jamaica and even here now in Barbados, which you will put up the sixes or the sevens, the gang signs that y'all will be seeing or what's not. So they speak through the gang signs and back and forth. So because this has expanded now, it's reached its ways where people are losing their lives over numbers or as a six, as a seven, you know. And this has started the same thing I was talking about through cultural wars, through the blacks versus, the Indians and what's not. And
Mm-hmm.
now it is spreading throughout the Caribbean. It's now found its own life
Mm-hmm.
and is now take root in Barbados. So where that is concerned, even in terms of that network, because I can simply go into another country and say that I'm a six or I'm a seven, and I will be welcomed with open arms. And this is the criminal organization that we're talking about. We're talking about just, and with open arms. Just due to that organization, the network is well knit. So even when looking at that video just now and realizing that somebody committed an act like that, how easy it is for them to get up on a plane and go someplace else and chill and
Mm-hmm.
get citizenship.
Impossible for them. I never thought of
Yes,
that.
because study it before, it would have been important. Even if you had to commit a crime or you had to went to other country, it will force you to come back in a shorter space of time, because after a time you gotta come back to your country. But now it's saying, no, you're free to go ahead. You got 4 passports. You belong to 4 islands. So you're free to go wherever you want to go. And hide out wherever you want to hide out. So when you look at it like that way, and then I'm telling you, the gang culture in Barbados is not going to explode, because you have people who've committed crime or part of particular gangs coming in and out of your country, sharing the knowledge, and we're not going to be inheriting gangs, gang beasts that we never even know how it started in the first place. And that's the reality of it.
Right.
Nobody's not saying that. Nobody's not saying that, oh, we don't want to have some integration, but I just don't think that Barbados is ready for it as yet. I think Barbados have too many issues. I mean, too many people in Barbados with their hands out saying they want jobs and they want certain things, they want some place to live, they want this and that. And then we're saying, you know what? Stop and pause. You come, you come, you come. It's insulting it is for people looking for jobs then to open your newspaper and see that because they're looking to recruit. because it's going to impact the small man more than the big man. It's going to impact the small man because when you come to Barbados, the first thing you look to do is get a what? You know, something just to eat food, just something to pay a little bill. And the reality of it, most people coming into the country is going to be entrepreneurs, whether selling the soaps and herbs, you know, selling the soup, the food, the cultural food, or whatever the case may be, and they will not contribute to NIS. So no, it will not solve it. And Barbados is too expensive to live. So I know for a fact, they're in their mind, let me get this money and go back home. Let me get this money, start it where we got started and go back home. And that's the reality of it. Nobody's coming to Barbados to live and tell the stuff they want to spend the next 20 or 30 years. It's just to get wherever they can get out to the pot and head back across and build what they got to build. And we need to look at it like this. I do not think Barbados is ready.
Plain and
Too
simple,
many,
Zico.
too
Plain
many
and simple.
cons. Yes, too many cons and very little pros. What's the benefits for Barbados? Don't tell me now about pension. Tell me what's the benefits for Barbadians. Tell me what's the benefits for Barbadians. I can go there and make more money. Tell me what's the benefits for
That
Barbadians.
conversation has not been approached, Zico.
Sad.
That conversation, we're talking about free movement, but that conversation of the overall benefits for the ordinary Barbados, because I suspect that when those construction companies put out for construction workers from those other countries, Colombia, and who are the people who are here, that they're quietly saying to on the table, we need people to clean. Barbadians are not going to work for the type of wage that they're going to offer, but the person that they have now made the contact through the construction worker will come. That is why you're seeing so many. And then you're not seeing the advertisement for persons to clean so that Barbadians can make a decision whether I'm going to take that or not.
Exactly, because if your minimum wage is close to half of what our minimum wage is, if I come into Barbados 4, 5, 6 a week and we decide to get in a house and 6 weeks sleeping in a 1-bedroom studio apartment, you know, I'll be putting together money and somebody say I can do the job, but you know, I can't afford to give you the so I can pay you on the table, but I can give at least, you know, $6 an hour. They can take it because they don't burden the same responsibility as somebody who's been born and bred in Barbados and has their own home and like to say they can share it with 5 and 6 other Bajans as well. So the reality of it is that yes, people will be paid on the table because people are willing to compromise because the dollar is still way more than theirs.
Yes,
that's the reality of it.
Yes.
So they will compromise. And then even earlier when we was talking about when he was talking about in terms of the contract workers and what's not. The same way how the contract was put in place so people could have less of a voice. So you would not be able to you would not want to speak it because you know people can get rid of you like that. They won't having to go court or fight or say wrongful dismissal, whatever the case may be. Of course, if I come into a country and keep my mouth shut and take what is to give me,
yeah, because
I ain't gonna be able to speak out.
You made the decision in the first place because
exactly.
you've already saying this is a better situation I'm currently in.
Correct. Exactly.
I'm just trying to picture the Barbadian that I know that would pick up and go to Dominica to work or even to settle. That would pick up and go to St. Vincent to settle. Do you have those type of Barbadians here? I don't know.
I wouldn't even mind if they had capped it and said, well, there's a certain amount from each country that'll be able to come into Barbados per year and then or look for citizenship or whatever the case is. I wouldn't even have mind. But when you just open your borders and then say, well, you know, it's not that it won't be enough for the pie and all this. I mean, come on, be real. Let's be honest with agents today.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Wonderful.
Hey, Marcia.
Yes.
I would like to read something here that I would like me to highlight and take note of. All right. One, the loss of national identity. Barbados has a rich cultural heritage shaped by African, British, and Caribbean influences. If foreign cultures take over traditional Barbadian values like dialect, music, customs, it could fade and weaken the nation's sense of identity and pride. All right. Two, the decline of local traditions. Festivals like crop over local cuisine, folk art might lose their prominence and authenticity, replaced by imported customs and entertainment that don't reflect Barbadian history. Economic dependency. If foreign business dominates industries, Barbadians can lose control over that economy where profits may flow overseas instead of circulating in the local communities. All right. 4, Social division. Cultural takeovers can create tension between locals and foreigners, leading to discrimination, resentment, or even a sense of exclusion among native Barbadians.
Mm.
5. Political influence. Our nation, our cultural groups might start influencing local politics, policies, and the education system, shifting focus away from the national interests of our towards the external agendas. 6. Local and community shifts. Over time, Barbados dialect, like Bajan and Creole, might decline if younger generations start adopting foreign speech patterns and slangs just to fit in. The erosion of community values. Barbadian society is known for its warmth, respect, and neighborly spirit, and our cultural takeover may introduce more individualistic and materialistic values that can clash with traditional community based living. These are some of the things that we have to start paying attention to. These are some of the cons that could eventually start to affect Barbados in a negative way, especially when we start talking about even the foreign businesses that could come into Barbados and start to dominate. But the realistic fact of it is that the profits may eventually start going back over to the countries I was speaking about earlier as well, which eventually could impact our dollar. So we
Wow.
gotta start looking at these things. As I say, we into the integration or what's not, but I just don't think Barbados is ready as yet.
Not ready.
Yes, my final words is simply this: if my grandchildren had to ask me, what did you do before Barbados finally opened its borders and lost its identity forever? What is that you did? I want to say I did everything that I possibly could. I went out, I marched, I let my voice be known, my concerns, I spoke up, and I did everything within my power. People do not sit back and allow Barbados to be lost for good. We are not saying that, we're xenophobia. We are not saying that we have problems with other people coming into Barbados and visiting or what's not, but not so cheaply. Not just on the base of we want people help, we pay we bills. Come on, it must be more than this. Barbados means so much to me, and I know Barbados means so much to everybody listening here today. And please come out, let your voices bring a friend. Come out, make some noise. We march into victory, and we let the people know Barbados is not for sale. I do not care how they sell it or how they try to put it. Barbados is not for sale. Our citizenship is not for sale. What our forefathers fought for is not for sale. It is not hers to give away. So come on, people. Come out Saturday. Come out in your numbers. Bring your whistles. Bring wherever it is to go. And we march into victory.